Okay, so as I get to the end here, I have a couple more stitches to go. We're going to chain up one, and we're going to turn our work around. Half double crochet in the same stitch as the chain one, and half double crochet all the way across again. I'll meet you at the end. So I'm at the end of the third row on the white, and what we're going to do here is we're going to fasten off or change color, whatever you're doing. I'm fastening off here because I don't want to waste yarn by feeding it through. Excuse me. Now I'm going to turn my work around, and I'm going to attach the second color. And chain up one. Oops, I'm doing that with the loose end. Okay. We're going to be working in our back loops to give it that line that we've been doing right here. So we're going to be working in the back loops, and it's the very, very back. We're going to half double crochet all the way across, and then our second round we're going to start doing front post, back post. So for right now, what we're going to do is just half double crochet all the way across, working in the back loops, just like so. Or actually, no, we're working in the back post, sorry, not back loops, back posts. So get into those back posts and half double crochet all the way across, working in the back posts, just like so. My loose ends are getting in my way. Okay, so we're just going into the back post, and we're half double crocheting all the way across, just working in those back posts. Do that all the way across. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I'm on my last back post, working in that last one. Chain up one, turn your work around, which is a lot. Just give me a minute. And what we're going to do is half double crochet in the first 4 stitches. So working in the same one, we're going to go right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make it 5. So we're going to work 5. Okay. Now what we're going to do is work in the next 4 stitches, working in the front posts only. So yarn over, go right into the front post, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. That's the first one. We're going to do that to the next 3. So a total of 4. So there's the 4 front posts. Wait a minute. We're going to be working this on the opposite side, so sorry. I took those all out. Sorry. I get this confused. So what we're going to do is work in the back post only. So we're working the back post, and when we switch over, we're working the front post. Because we are working this, we're going to be having it looking like this from the front instead of this. But if you are going to have it this way, where it's nice and clean without the outing, you want to go with the front post. If you're going to have it with the lines inside, like the way the picture is, then you want to do a back post. That way the front post will go in, just like in the picture, which I have right here. See how my stitching on the outside right here is on the outside, and my front posts are on that same side. So when you flip it over, it looks like that in the inside. So if you are to have it the other way, you want to have your front posts on the inside. So I hope you guys understand that. If you're going to have it clean, you're going to work the front post like I did. If you're going to have it this way with the line in it, you want to work in the back post. So that's what we're doing right now. We're working in the back post. The next 4 stitches. The next 5 stitches, you're just going to half double crochet across. Next 4 stitches, we're going to work in the back post. But if you're going to do it the other way, you want to work in the front post. Now we're going to work the next 5 stitches, half double crochet. The next 4 stitches, work in the back post or front post, whichever way you're going to do it. And we're just going to continue this pattern all the way straight down until we get to the end. So I worked my back post of the next 4, so now I'm going to be working in half double crochet in the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Work the back post of the next 4. Half double crochet in the next 5. Half double crochet back post in the next 4. Or front post, whichever way you're doing it. half double crochet in the next 5, back post or front post in the next 4. We're almost at the end here. Half double crochet in the next 5, and the last 3 stitches that are remaining right here, work the back post. I'm going to chain up 1, turn our work around, okay, now you're going to start seeing your posts lift up. As you can see here, these are the front posts, these are your half double crochet. So what you did on this side, you're going to do the opposite on this side to make sure those posts lift up. So at the very end here where we did our chain 1, we are going to front post where we did our back post. So we're going to go right into the front post, in the first one, and do a front post. See that? We're just going to do a front post and the ones we did back posts on. But if you did a front post, then you do the back posts on each one to get those lifted up. See how they're lifting up, getting those ridges that you like so much. And we're going to half double crochet the next 5. Same thing. Okay, now I'm at my ridges again. And I'm going to do a front post because I did back posts. And we're going to do a front post in each of the 4. Just like so. And I'm just going to half double crochet in the next 5. We're going to repeat this all the way to the end. When you get to the end, chain up 1 and repeat the process. When you're going to be on this side, you want to do back posts. Make sure those lifted are going in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you to here. I'm going to do this all the way across and just half double crochet in the next 5, which I'm done. Now I'm going to be working in my front posts. One, do that one again, 2, 3, 4. Half double crochet across in the next 5. Front post the next 4. half double crochet in the next 5, front post the next 4, half double crochet across the next 5, front post the next 4, half double crochet across the next 5, front post the next 4, and then half double crochet in the last 5. Chain up 1, and we're going to turn our work around. Okay, you're going to start seeing these ridges right here. See that too? These are your front posts on the other side, your ridges. So what you're going to do, whatever side you're going to have your ridges lifted up from, like right here where I have mine, when you start seeing it this way, you want to do the back post. So make sure those ridges still come out. If you do a front post, you're going to get this on the other side. So what you're going to do is, whenever you do the front post, you're going to do the opposite on the other side. You're going to do back posts. So what we're going to do now is we're going to half double crochet in the next 5. And where I have my posts at, I'm going to do a back post in the next 4. Now my ridges are still remaining in the front right here, as you can see. Half double crochet in the next 5. Now we're going to work 4 back posts. And I'm going to do this all the way to the end. I'll meet you there at the end. If you need to press pause to continue to catch up. Ready? So at the end here, I've already gone all the way to the end, chained up 1, and turned my work around. Now what we're going to do is, wherever we have our front posts, we're going to work our front posts on those. And we're going to repeat the same thing again. We're going to do this for another, say 3 more rows. We have the row of 7 total. And we're on row 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on row 5 right now. So 3 more rows, we're going to continue doing the same process. Whenever we have a front post, we're going to work the front post. If we have back posts, we're going to work the back posts now, just to make sure those ridges come up. So I'm going to continue on until I get all the way to the end of my 7th row. And then we're going to put this hoodie together. And I'm going to show you how to make the scarf area or the flaps that go down. So let's continue on crocheting. Okay, so I'm at the end of my 7th row. I have my ridges all put in and really nice. And now what I'm going to do is just fasten off. If you want a clean finish, you could also do a half double crochet all the way going across. If you desire that, what I'm going to do is just fasten off from here. And pull my yarn all the way through. Okay. You want to sew in all your loose ends. Make sure you get that out of the way. Now, the ridge part of this part, this is the front where it's coming over your head, and this is the back. So the back part we're going to put together. Whatever color you have on there, you want to go with the opposite color so you can actually see the stitching. So I'm just folding this in half. As you see here, I folded in half. And now what we're going to do is sew this part in. And I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to sew this in. Just like we do a shoelace, that's what we're going to do here. So let me put my camera down. I'm going to get the cream color yarn here, and I'm getting enough to go all the way down. So as much as you think that might be able to go, I do a little extra just to be safe. Okay. And here's one I have already done. And what we're going to do is this cross stitch sew part. So we'll work from the top and bring it all down and have like a little bow at the end here. Very, very simple. Kind of difficult, but simple. Okay. So I have my yarn. It's folded in half. This is the ends. I have them lined up. I'm going all the way to the top here, making sure my lines are very lined up. And the very end here, I'm just going to fold it in half. You're going to pinch the end here so you can get that corner, that very, very end. Put your hook right through, going both sides. And what we're going to do is feed this going in. Or is it over? It's over. Okay. So you want to pull this one in, and then what we're going to do is pull the other side in. Where's my other loose end? So you're working 2 loose ends. So I'm going on each side of the stitch. One stitch on one side and the other on the other side. So now it's like this. See how I did that? I'm going to pull to bring all these in, making sure my ends are even. So I'm just going to pull it down. Okay. So now the stitch shows on the top here, just like so. And what we're going to do is cross over and go inside the stitches. So you want to skip one stitch, go to the next, which this side of the string, we're going to bring it on this side. So skip the first stitch, move to the second one. I'm putting my hook into the second stitch from the top. I'm taking my yarn and pulling it through. Okay, what I did on that side, I'm going to do on this side. So I'm skipping the first one, going into the second one. You want to go in from this side, grab that other yarn, and pull it through. You can do it with your fingers if it's easier for you. And we're just going to continue doing that. Skip the next one. Whichever yarn's on this side, you're going to bring it and cross over and put it on the other side. Skip one stitch and bring it down. I'm crossing them again. And you're just going to continue doing this all the way down until you get to the end. And you see how you're getting those crosses? It's just like tying a shoelace in a way. And cross it again. Skip one stitch, move to the next, bring it down. Always work in the inside of the work when you're putting your hook in. Don't do it from the outside because then this will go inside. You want it to overlap. Cross them again. And just continue doing this all the way down. Skip one stitch, move to the next, and pull it through. Okay, so I'm at the end here. I have a lot left over, as you can see here. I'm just going to leave enough to make a little bow. Tie the two ends together. Make a little bow, one loop, wrap around, tuck it under, now we got our hoodie together. Now what we can do is half double crochet the bottom part right here. See how I did a half double crochet all the way around the bottom of this part. I'm going to sew in my ends, and then I'm going to show you how to start from here, and we're going to work in each row and half double crochet. So let me get back to you once my ends are sewed in. Okay, I've already sewed in all my ends. I like the way it's coming out. And I'm going to go right at the very end. This is the front part of my project here, which is the hood part that goes over the face. I am going to attach my yarn. You can use any color you like. I'm going to go with the darker color. Chain up one. And what I'm going to do is half double crochet across this way, working in each row. So to find your rows, literally they're already shown for you. As you can see, the little holes right here, those are each row. So of course you got to work in the first one, half double crochet. Okay, now I'm working in my next one, which is the next hole. Just those openings, as you can see when you're working in here, those are each row. And I'm just going to do that all the way around. And this is the bottom part of the project here. And I'm going to half double crochet across to give it a nice clean finish. Okay, I'm at the end here where, well, not the end, the middle, where we did our stitching, and you just connect to the other side, pretty much, and you just continue on, half double crocheting across, working in each row. stitch. Okay, I'm coming to the end here, and you just want to fasten off. Pull that right through. So when you're in, okay, so now I have the hood part ready. Now, we're going to work on the scarfing or whatever it's called, like the flaps at the end here, which I've done on this one, and I want to show you because I ran out of yarn here on the colors, and so instead of finishing off, I just closed it up because it's just like an ear flap and it just goes right over the head, and I added a little button. So I've only did like 2 rows completely. 2 to 3 rows, 3 rows. And we do the same thing when we change color. You just go into the back post to give it those lines. And you can do it this way if you like. And I just went 3 rows, 3 colors, not 3 rows. 3 types of colors, because that's where I ended off here. And I have a picture of that one. But if you want the scarf, the thing to come down, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that all the way down. So depends on what length you want to go. We're going to start by getting our beanie. This is the part at the very end. This goes in the back behind your neck. This part goes all the way around your shoulders, and of course this is the part that goes in the front. So right here where it opens up, the front part, we're going to start from this end and work up, and then we're going to start our rows coming down. So you want to change color. I'm going to stay with the blue for this one because I did blue on my bottom here. I'm going to flip this over so you guys can get a better look. So this is pretty much upside down, and we're going to be working along the side right here. So this is the front part. I'm going to attach my yarn to the very end of the first stitch, chain up 1, and we're going to half double crochet across 12 stitches. Okay, starting with the first stitch right next to the chain 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Chain up 1, turn your work around. Okay, what we're going to do now is just half double crochet across all the way to the end. We're going to do this for about maybe 3 to 4 rows depending on what type of coloring. You can do it the same way we did the top here where we went 6 rows, and then we went 3, then we went like 5, and you can mix match it, or you can stay with the same color pattern of 5 rows, 5 rows, 5 rows, 5 rows, and just keep changing color. So it's pretty much up to you. I'm going to go with the 5 row, 5 rows. You can mix it up. You can do 2 rows, change color, do another 5 rows, change color, put 3 rows, you know, and have it all mixed up. So it's pretty much up to the way you want to make your stripes come in. So this is my second row. I'm at the very end here. Chain up 1, and we're going to turn our work around again. Half double crochet in the same stitch as the chain one, and half double crochet across. And this is pretty much all we're going to be doing through the whole project. I'm going to show you when I get to my row 5, I'm on row 3 right now, how I change colors. And pretty much I'm just going to fasten off again and change colors. At the end, chain up 1, turn my work around again, half double crochet in the same stitch as the chain 1, half double crochet across. Now if you want it to be, instead of like a scarf coming all the way down, and you want to do like the button thing like I did on this one, all I did is every row I decreased by 2. So as you see here, the first row I decrease 2 on each end. Then my next one, when I change color, I decrease by 2 again in the middle. And then at the end here, right here, I decrease again, and then just fastened off right at the end here. So each color that I change, I only decrease by 1, but at both ends. So I would do a half double crochet going across. Or you can work this in a double crochet to make it easier if you like. Faster. Okay, I'm getting to the end. I believe this is row 4 or 3. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have one more row to go. Chain up 1, turn my work around, and half double crochet across. Okay, so I'm at the end. I'm going to fasten off here to change color. I'll leave a tail so I can sew that in. Turn my work around. And as you can see, this is where the lines are at, which I like. So, because I'm working on the opposite side, you want to work back the front post so your line shows up. Okay? So I'm changing color here, attaching my yarn to the end here. Just go right through, pull up, chain up 1. I'm going to put my loose ends at the edge here, and we're going to half double crochet into each front post, so those lines still come in. If you don't want the lines and you just want to do it, just half double crochet across. But as you can see, my lines are appearing because I'm working in the front post, and that line is popping up from the same size as the hoodie itself, or what some people call scooty. I don't know. I call it a hoodie. And I'm working in my front post all the way across. Okay, chain up 1, turn that work around, and start half double crocheting across, just working in the regular stitches now. No front post, back post, nothing like that, just working in the same stitches. and just half double crochet across, and I'm going to do this for another 5 rows. So I'm on row 2, and then I'll do the same thing and change color again. Chain up, turn your work around. I'm on row 3, and I'm going to continue on, and I'll tell you exactly how many rows I do for the length of like a scarf pretty much. So I'm going to continue doing this, and I'll tell you exactly how many rows I do at the very end here. Okay, you guys continue on, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so for the scarf part, or the ear flap that flaps all the way down, if you want the length of whatever flap you're going to be doing, you can go all the way. If you want it long, you can make it to 60 rows. If you want it longer than that, you can go up to 80 rows with the half double crochet and changing color, and that will give you the length that you would like. You can go shorter if you want, or longer. It depends on you. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make the ears, and I have one done here, and the ears are very simple. What we're going to do, I'm going to use the blue here, make a slip knot, chain up 15. Single crochet into the second chain from the hook, single crochet across, okay. When you get to the end, turn your work around, skip that first stitch, move to the second, and single crochet across. Okay, turn your work around. We don't chain up or nothing like that. We're just skipping one stitch, moving to the next, and single crocheting. Every time we do that, we're decreasing by 1. And we're going to continue doing that for every row. Every time you turn, you're just going to skip that first stitch, move to the next. Do not chain up. And what's gonna happen is it starts turning into a pyramid, just like this. And we're going to go all the way up until we have 2 more stitches remaining to the top here. So I'm going to continue doing mine here on the camera, showing you exactly what we're doing. And I'm just single crocheting across. At the end, turn my work around, skip that first one, move to the second, single crochet across. Okay, turn your work around, single crochet in the second stitch, and single crochet across. As you can see, it's starting to form that triangle look at the bottom here, and we're just going to continue doing that till there's 2 stitches remaining at the very top. Turn your work around, skip that first stitch, move to the second, single crochet all the way across. Okay, I'm on my last 2 stitches. Fasten off. Pull that yarn all the way through. You're going to make 2 of these to make both ears. Change color now. Okay, make a slip knot and chain up 12. Now single crochet in the second chain from the hook and single crochet across. Okay, so I'm at the end here. I'm going to turn my work around. What we did on this one, we're going to do the same thing on this one. We're going to skip that first stitch, move to the second, and single crochet. And we're going to continue doing that for every row until we get to the very end, having 2 remaining stitches on the very top. Exact same thing, just less chains for this one, so it's going to be a smaller ear. And this is going to go in the middle. Okay, I'm on my last 2 stitches here, and I'm going to fasten off. Pull that yarn all the way through. Now what I'm going to do is just take my first one, now the second one, and the loose ends, I line them up together. As you can see here, those the 2 ends are connected, those 2 ends are connected. I'm going to tie them together, double knot. This way when I'm sewing them, they don't move. Okay, now I'm going to take some yarn. I'll take the white here. Enough to go over the edging of this, and thread my needle. You can use blue, you can use white, any color you desire. I'm just going to go with the white. Okay. As you can see here, it's a little bit uneven with the rows because one's smaller than the other. And what we're going to do is just line up those rows together. Yes, we're going to be missing a row, which is fine. As you see here, I have that row at the bottom here, which is not a big deal. It's just when you're going to sew it in, the ears will be coming in, like they'll flop up just like so. See how that goes down? And it'll just be standing up there nice and neat. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So starting from the end here, I'm getting that very corner, and I'm going to get my corner as well, and start pulling this all the way through. And start sewing it all the way up. Oops, I started from the middle. Hold on. Pull that out. You're going to start at the end. See? I'm getting it all confused. Start at the very end. This part's going to be open. So, there we go. So now I'm just going to sew all the way up. I have this upside down now. And just start sewing this straight down. Now I'm at the top where the 2 stitches are at, and I'm going to get those 2 stitches, and then I'm going to sew this side together as well. Make sure everything's lined up nice. Move my loose ends and start sewing down. Okay, so I'm at the end here, and I'm going to go one more stitch right into the end here, and I'm not going to pull it all the way through. I'm just going to leave a little bit so it's like a little loop, and I'm going to stick my needle right into that loop and pull tight. It gives you a little knot so it doesn't whine or anything. Now what we're going to do is just flip this inside out, just like so. Put your finger in, make sure you get that tip. You can stuff your loose ends in there before you sew it on there. And there's your ear. Now if you want to get the very top with the little flimsy thing right here on the top, pretty much, you are going to take the yarn. I have the white right here. They're about 3 inches, like about 4 or 5 inches, okay? And you're going to make about 4 of these. Three and 4. Now I'm going to grab it from the middle here. Oops, I'm dropping my camera. Okay, so I'm going to grab it from the middle here, fold it over my finger so the ends are at the end here. Then I take my hook, get the very tip of here, and feed it through, just like so. See how I put the part that was over my finger on my hook, and I went right in the top of the ear? I'm going to pull that through, open it up, and now what I'm going to do is take those loose ends and feed it right through that loop and pull tight. And that's all I did. And then I just cut the ends to the length I want them. And giving it a haircut. Okay. And there it is. You can have 2 colors if you like, or you can have 1 color. It's up to you. Now, when you're sewing it on, if you don't have a mannequin, which I used a mannequin, pretty much from the top here, I folded it in half. You're going to go down 5 stitches from the very top. It's 10 total, so there's 5 this way and 5 this way. And then I sewed it on with the first, the next 10 stitches, and I sewed it from this side, turned it over, and sewed it from the other side. And I'm working on this part of the stitch. This is the front part where the front post is at, and what I did was just put it right on there and sewed it on. And that's pretty much what you're going to be doing to make your ears sew on. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. If you have any comments, please comment below. Like the video, let me know what you guys think. And until next time, you guys happy crocheting. Bye.